Hello, everyone. Welcome to Christina's Corner here at the Thomasville Library, one of the branches of the Davidson County Public Library. Today we're going to learn about viruses and computer maintenance. There are many types of malware. Malware is short for malicious software. Malware is the name given to any type of software that could harm a computer system, interfere with, and gather a user's data, or make the computer perform actions without the user's knowledge or permission. A virus is a piece of software that can infect the computer, install itself, and copy itself to other computers when connected to a network without the user's knowledge or permission. A Trojan horse is a type of malware that uses malicious code to install software that seems okay, but is hidden to create backdoors into a system, typically causing loss or theft of data from an external source. Spyware is a type of software that aids in gathering information about a person or organization without their knowledge. They can monitor and log the activity performed on a target system, like log keystrokes or gather credit card and other information. Adware is a software which can automatically causes pop-up and advertisements to be displayed in order to generate revenue for its author or publisher. A lot of freeware will use adware, but not always in a malicious way. If it was malicious, it would be classified as spyware or malware. Ransomware is a type of malware that denies access to a computer system or the files on that system by encrypting or scrambling the files until a ransom has been paid, and then only decrypting or descrambling the files after payment has been received. Viruses are spread several ways. One is through email attachments. They're also spread through USB drives. They're also spread through programs, software downloaded off of the internet, and also from hackers exploiting vulnerabilities in programs running on your computer. There are signs that your computer may be infected with viruses. You may be bombarded with pop-ups or warnings that your computer may be infected from a program you didn't install. There could be new icons or wallpaper or toolbars that show up. Your default home page for your search engine starts redirecting you to another site. You could have files deleted or missing. We're going to talk about ways to protect your computer and information. Ignore pop-ups and block them in your web browser. Always close pop-ups by using the red X. Do not click anywhere inside the box if you see this. Never download and install software from the internet unless you are certain it is from a trusted source. You need to check the web address or the URL. Update your software when prompted. Don't open emails that look like it could be spam. Don't open email attachments that you are not expecting, especially if you do not recognize the sender. You need to always scan it with antivirus software before opening it. I also recommend that you have antivirus software on your computer. So we're going to go over some of the examples of antivirus. There are free antivirus examples. Windows 10 includes Windows Security, which you can use. There's also Avast, and you can go to www.avast.com. Just click on the free download. There's also AVG. You can go to www.avg.com. There's also a free anti-malware software called Malwarebytes. You can go to www.malwarebytes.com. There are many other options that you can choose from. These are just a few. There's also paid examples of antivirus. There's Norton and there's McAfee. But there's also many other options available. Now that I'm over here on my home laptop, I've noticed that my clock is not set for the same time that it is on my work clock. It's actually 11:35, and my clock is showing that it's 3:35. I've also noticed that my computer is not running as fast as it has been in the past. I believe I may have opened an attachment that I received in my personal email on my laptop, It looked like it was from a trusted source, but I didn't check closely enough to see if it came from that true person, and I didn't call and ask them because it was from someone I knew. I thought, well, they're always sending me stuff, so I'd kind of like to show you what I received. I'm going to come down here to File Explorer and show you that attachment that I opened. It's in my downloads folder because I downloaded it from my attachment from my email. And it's a PowerPoint slideshow, and I'm going to double click on it and let you watch it with me. Well, the PowerPoint seemed harmless, and it did make me smile, but it's done a lot of damage to my computer. I wish I would have scanned that file with an antivirus before I opened it. Or called that person and asked, did you send me this attachment? I'd like to show you something else. I've had mine always set on large icons under the view under File Explorer. Wished I would have had it on details, because if you notice, it says that it was modified in 2052. Well, it's the year 2020, and I didn't notice that because I had it set on large icons. Now I'm going to have to reach out to some of my favorite IT folks to see if they can help me get my computer cleaned off. Another option is if you have the knowledge and you have the software operating disk that came with your laptop or computer, you can rebuild it and start from scratch. But then you're going to have to reload all of your applications and software that you may have installed, and you're also going to have to make sure that you had a backup of all your data that you had saved on your computer, like your pictures, your documents, music, videos, anything like that. I hope you enjoyed watching the PowerPoint. Now I've got to reach out to some folks to see if I can get some help. We're going to click on the Windows Start button, and we're going to type in Windows Security. Click on the Windows Security app. This will pull up the Windows Security. If we go to Viruses and Threat Protection, we can have different scan options. Its default, I think, is set to Quick Scan. And we'll just click on the Quick Scan, and it will search through and see if it finds any current threats. When it finishes, it should come up and say no current threats. That's what we hope so that way we don't have any viruses on our computer. If you want to do a more thorough scan, click on the scan options and select full scan, and then click on scan now. Just know that this full scan could take a long time to run, so you can still continue to use your computer while the scan is going. You can always come up here to the top and minimize it and keep using your computer like you normally would. With Windows 10, Microsoft has set the operating system to update automatically without being checked. If connected to the internet, the computer will check for updates in the background on a regular basis and install them. But you can check to see if your computer needs any updates or if any of them have failed by doing this. We're going to click on the Start button. We're going to click on the Settings. This brings up our Windows setting. Then we're going to scroll down here to the bottom and we're going to click on Update and Security. This brings up a Windows Update screen. We're going to click on Check for Updates. And Windows starts checking for updates from Microsoft. When it gets through checking for the updates, it should come up and say you're up to date and it was last checked at the time that you checked for the updates. You also want to make sure that your web browsers are up to date, and we can do this with Chrome by opening it up. Once Chrome is open, we're going to click on the three little dots. We're going to come down here to Help, and we're going to click on About Google Chrome. And it says it's checking for updates. And then it tells us Google Chrome is up to date. If it would not have been, it would have started pulling in the latest version of Google Chrome. Now let's go over disk cleaning. Sometimes there are files on your computer that you no longer have any use and that they can be removed to create more hard drive space and creating a faster speed for your computer. We're going to click on the Start button and we're going to type in disk cleanup. And at the top here we have disk cleanup app. We're going to click on that. It pulls up Windows C drive and we're going to say OK. Then there is a list of things that actually can be cleaned up off of your computer. For right now, I'm just going to want it to clean up the temporary internet files. So we're going to say OK. And then click on Delete Files. When it gets done cleaning up the disk, if you'll open it back up again by going to Start and typing in Disk Cleanup, you should notice that it has 0 bytes beside the temporary internet files. So we can just click on Cancel now. Now we're going to talk about how to download, install, and uninstall software. Downloading is copying a file from the internet onto your computer. Installing makes the downloaded software usable by your computer and generates needed computer files for the software. And uninstalling is the process of removing or deleting an application or software from your computer. So I've opened up Edge and I've went to google.com and we're going to type in Chrome because we'd like to download that browser. So we're going to click on Google Chrome, download the fast and secure, the very first option. And we're going to click on Download Chrome. And we're going to save it. Now that it's finished downloading, I'm going to go to where the folder is. You could also click on Run if you wanted to, but we're going to click on Open Folder. And we're going to double click on the Chrome setup. And what this is going to do is it's going to install Chrome on our desktop or our laptop. You just may get a message that pops up and you just click on yes. And now it is in the process of installing Chrome on my laptop. As we can see, it's downloading the necessary files to install Chrome on the laptop. So just be patient, let it install, and we'll see it when it gets through. Once it gets through downloading all the software and files that it needs to install the Google Chrome, it will actually start installing, and we'll see that right here on the screen because it says it's installing. Now that it's finished installing, it actually opens up Google Chrome. So we're going to come up here to the top and we're going to go to www.google.com and hit enter. And we're going to come right down here to the search and we're going to type in Malwarebytes. We're going to come down here to the second one because as you can tell, this first one is just an ad. We want to actually go to the website itself. And we're going to click on free download. Then we're going to come up here to the top and we're going to click on free download. As we can tell, it's downloaded it onto our computer. We're going to come down here and we're going to click on this little drop down arrow and tell it to open. We're going to click yes. And we're going to close Chrome. And this is for a personal computer, so we're going to click personal computer and install. When Malwarebytes finishes installing on your computer, it makes a shortcut on our desktop and then it pulls up this screen. So we're going to say get started. For right now, I'm just going to click maybe later, but you can buy the licensed version and it has more protection features added into it. And we're going to say get started. At this point, we would like for it to run a scan, so we're just going to click scan. Then it will bring up this screen and you will see that it is actually scanning the computer to see if it has any malware installed on it. When the scan gets through running, it should come up with the threat scan summary, and it'll tell you whether if it found any malware on the computer. Since we don't have any, we can click done and then close the program. Now, what if we wanted to uninstall software on our computer? We can come down here to the Start button, click it, click right here on Settings, and then we'll go over to Apps. This will bring up the apps and features. And we'll just scroll down through our list to see what we do not want on our computer anymore. Let's say we don't want Firefox. We highlight it and click on Uninstall. And then we click Uninstall again. And as we can see, a pop-up will come up and we just click Yes. This will uninstall Firefox from our computer. We just click Next and uninstall. Different programs will be different. So just follow the instructions of what you see on the screen to uninstall any program. Last, I'd like to tell you about file backups. A backup is a duplicate copy of your computer files. The primary purpose is to recover files and data if it is lost from the primary source, like a computer or a flash drive. This can happen when a hardware failure happens, a virus, hardware damage, item theft, or accidental deletion. Most people use thumb drives or external hard drives to make backups of their computers. On this picture, on the left is a thumb drive, and on the right is an external hard drive. Both of them are great. The main difference is the thumb drive is a little smaller. It usually holds less data. The external hard drive is portable too, but you can't put that in your pocket to carry around with you as easily, and usually they are bigger in size, so that means they hold more files. So now let's go over how to do that. I've got an external drive here, a thumb drive, and I want to plug it into my computer. And we're going to go to File Explorer. And we're going to go to this computer. Most things that you would like to back up are probably your documents and your pictures. You may even have some music and some videos that you'd like to back up. But for right now, I'm just going to highlight the documents, and I'm going to right click, and I'm going to go to copy. I'm going to come down here to my USB drive and double click on it, and in this white space I'm going to right click and go to paste. And as this is doing, it's copying all of my documents from my hard drive over to my thumb drive. Now let's say you wanted to do 2 folders at once. We're going to left click on the pictures. We're going to hold down the control key on the keyboard, and we're going to come over here to music, and we're going to click it as well. Then we're going to right click, and we're going to go to copy, and we're going to come back to our USB drive. Anywhere in this white space, we're going to right click and go paste. And this is going to copy over both folders onto our USB thumb drive. I hope you enjoyed learning more about viruses and computer maintenance with me on Christina's Corner here at the Thomasville Public Library, one of the branches of the Davidson County Public Library. Try out the different things we've learned today. Tune in next time to see what we can learn. Thank you all for watching, and have a great day.